I thought within YouTube's 10-minute limitation, I'd give you a quick rundown on my professional background, so you'll know who I am when you come in, hopefully to visit with me. My office is in Springfield, and I represent only debtors in Chapter 7 and 13 cases, consumer bankruptcy. Occasionally I'll take a Chapter 11 case on for a corporate reorganization, but 99% of my practice is consumer bankruptcy. I service cases where the 341 meetings will be held either here in Springfield or in Carthage. And I do that for a reason, because I can efficiently attend meetings in those two locations for all the counties that are serviced by those two meeting areas, and that's enough. I'm a graduate of the University of Missouri at Kansas City. My undergraduate areas were in accounting and economics. And in 1975, I earned my Juris Doctor degree and got my law license. I've argued cases before the Missouri Supreme Court and the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals. I'm an experienced trial attorney. My background, I have served as a federal bank examiner. And if you'll notice as we go down my list, I've always had an interest in the Uniform Commercial Code, security interests, mortgages, the bankruptcy code. All of these areas are all consistently using that specialized body of law. So I, again, have been a federal bank examiner. And in that capacity, I'll mention to you that I know firsthand that the Federal Reserve has no intention of ever protecting your interests. They are owned by the banks. I've worked for them. They protect the banks. If it's ever between protecting the American people and protecting the banking community, they'll always side with the banks. Their motto is bank safety and soundness. They're owned by the banks and they work for them, and don't you forget it. I've been a federal liquidator for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. I'd close banks and collect the loans, deal with the borrowers on loan workouts and bankruptcy workouts, all types of litigation. I supervised a team of lawyers that handled litigation in bankruptcy and commercial litigation. Overall, I supervised about 400 employees. I've seen the FDIC do good work, and I've also have criticism as to how they do not protect the American people. I've been the president of a loan workout and management company that operated insolvent savings and loans. I had a team of employees of about 25-30 employees, all former bank regulators, and we operated savings and loans on a contract basis. That was in the years when the Federal Savings and Loan Insurance Corporation was insolvent, and they kept a lot of institutions open that were broke. They were called zombie institutions at the time. We have zombie institutions today in the banking community. A lot of these big banks are broke, and they're still open because the government is subsidizing them with bank bailouts, and they're not making them mark their financial statements truthfully to show that they are broke. You know, you folks as consumers, you're being beat on and sued and everything else, but you know, the favored institutions in this country, they don't have to go through any of that. They're given preferences. I've been an expert witness and investigator for the Kansas Joint Banking Committee. I don't know if any of you remember, but I investigated the Frank Morgan banking and savings and loan enterprises. That resulted in a number of indictments. It also resulted in millions of dollars being recovered for the Kansas Public Employees Retirement System. All the judges and state employees in Kansas, they have their retirement program with that fund, and I'm very proud of helping them recover their monies from the Frank Morgan enterprises. I've been on the cover of the Wall Street Journal a number of times, screaming about corruption in the banking and savings and loan industry. I don't know if you recall years ago, but George Bush's brother was a director on a savings and loan that was closed, cost the government millions of dollars, Bush was never prosecuted. Very few of the savings and loan crooks were ever prosecuted. And it's going to be this way around with the bank bailouts. They're not going to prosecute themselves, for goodness sake. President Obama, if you look at his appointments, Geithner and Larry Summers and Mary Shapiro with the SEC, those are people that have all participated in the reasons for why we're in trouble to begin with. So they're sure as hell not going to prosecute themselves. I've been a regulator for savings and loans, and I've also served as vice president and legal counsel for a number of banks and savings and loans. So I'm an experienced hand. I have an expertise in the bankruptcy code. I enjoy helping people. I think the highest tribute that I'm probably proud of professionally, I was an attorney in Wyoming. I was vice president and legal counsel for what was then the largest state-chartered bank in the state. And I'd helped a rancher, and I could have foreclosed on him and cost him everything he had. But, you know, I worked with him, and he eventually repaid the bank, and we went out for dinner one night, and he said, "You know, Jim, we got a saying up here in Wyoming, if you really trust somebody, you're somebody that you can cross the river with. If you're on a horse and the current overcomes you, you want to be with somebody that will be there for you." Well, I look at my clients that way. When you come in and I'm your attorney, you can cross the river with me too. I look forward to you coming in. Thank you.